questions, guys?
I got a couple things real quick. Happy birthday. Yeah, you didn't know I knew that, Tom. Happy birthday to Trev Alberts. Also, just injury update. I know you guys saw guys that were in. I know you probably saw some guys that were in or not out. I won't get into specifics of injuries right now, but I'll give you any year-long thing. So obviously Brody's out for the year. Maverick Noonan hurt his knee on Saturday, out for the year. Not an ACL or anything like that. Just kind of a freak thing. So he'll have surgery this week. Be about 6 months. We'll be fine. We'll be as good as new. But obviously our hearts go out to both Brody and Maverick. So everyone else is trending on being ready. If they're out right now.
You got Marcus Washington back?
Yeah, Marcus came back and then got banged up again. Had a really scary moment. It was his birthday yesterday. Had a really scary moment. Landed weird. But should be just a couple days, they said. So we expect him to be back by the weekend.
Xavier Betts, is he out there with you guys right now?
No, he's injured right now.
Injured, okay.
Any questions?
What does that mean for your receiver depth? Just where you're at with guys banged up. How do you feel about the receiver depth right now?
Yeah, I think it's a really good opportunity for our guys. I mean, receivers all along have been, who are going to be the guys, right? There's not a lot of returning production. When Marcus was healthy, obviously, when he found out he was going to be healthy, it was really a big thing for us. I think there's a lot of opportunities for some other guys to step up and play, right? So everybody says they want to play as a freshman, but it's really hard to do. And especially in today's day and age where you're so distracted, you have to know how to learn. So, we're giving some young guys, Jalen Lloyd, Jaden Doss are getting some opportunities to go out there and play. And, we'll see where they're at. They're trending in the right direction. But Billy's, a guy who's, unbelievably productive. Alex Bullock's having a really, really good camp. Alex, you guys know how I feel about Alex. And a lot of other guys. So a lot of guys are taking advantage of their moment. So, but that's probably of all the positions, that's where the most questions are right now for us on offense. We kind of know who the guys who have played, but that's remains to be seen.
Was Malachi out there with you guys?
No, he wasn't out there today.
What kind of offensive line would you like to have this year?
What kind? I mean, I'd like to be a big, physical, offensive line that can do a lot of things, right? At the end of the day, we want to run the ball and stop the run, and we want to protect our quarterback and affect their quarterback. So, we need big, powerful guys up there that are smart and can handle all the looks. And our defense certainly provides a lot of challenges. I mean, they see a different defense on every play. So, they're training and they're coming along.
What have you thought of your quarterback so far?
I think the quarterbacks are playing really well. Jeff has done a really good job. He's understanding situationally what we want from him. Chubba has made huge leaps, in my opinion. I thought he had a great summer. I think he's having a really good camp. I'm really proud of Chubba. We came to him and challenged him in the spring, and he's done nothing but respond. It's a credit to him and his family that a lot of kids nowadays run and hide, and Chubba's took everything head on. And, Heinrich continues to grow and develop. So they're all three guys we have confidence in.
What Chubba, you say Chubba's made huge leaps. What's that look like?
John Wooden used to say, be quick but don't hurry. And sometimes when Chubba would play in the spring, he was really quick and fast and jumpy and trying to be perfect. Every play a lot of times quarterbacks, every play they're trying to show how good they are instead of just playing the play. And to me, Chubba's just slowed down. His feet aren't antsy. He's not kind of running around. He's not trying to do too much. He's taking what they give you. And I just like the way he leads his group. They follow him. So he has all the physical tools, but just kind of letting it all settle down and come together. It's not easy, especially when you're not behind the first offensive line. But Chubba's excelled.
Coach, you've had some time to coach with Donovan Raiola. What have you seen from his coaching style? What about Donovan during your time?
Yeah, Donovan's a lion. He's the standard is the standard for him. He has his players back to the nth degree, but he holds them to it. There's a lot of coaches who I think most of our young people these days are dying from the disease of low expectations. We make excuses for young people. Young people will rise and meet expectations if you hold them to that. And no one on our staff does it better than Donnie. He has these expectations from the way they report to practice to the way they practice. So, he's kind of the O-line coach I've been waiting for. You know, I mean, I love working with him.
You made it clear about the importance of being a physical team. As it relates to the O-line, can you speak to just like how important it is long term for that to be an anchor point for your offense, for your whole team to be what you want it to be?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the offensive and the defensive lines, right? You can't be the type of team that we want to be if you don't have great offensive and defensive line play. And then, add into that the tight ends and linebackers, your front sevens. You just never be built on a solid foundation. So what I would like to see is them to continue to improve and play well, gain confidence, and then also, kind of begin to take over sort of a little bit of the locker room, a little bit of like the way we do things. When your team follows the O and D lines, you're usually pretty good.
Specifically, how do you feel about like a guy like Latovsky and some of those guys who are maybe getting thrown into the role of number one right now? What do you feel about their progress?
I don't want to single too many guys out. I mean, Henry's a guy that we think can be a starter, so it's always been him battling to start, and I think he has a really bright future. So I like his demeanor. We put him in a lot of tough situations to see how he responds. He always responds the right way. So I think philosophically, Sat, Donnie, and I would love to have 7 offensive linemen that we know can go in and play, and then after that, it's all bonuses, right? Like so. We have some young players that are really good, right? Justin Evans-Jenkins is a good player. Gunner is a good player. Sam Sledge, for just getting here, is a really good player. So, you want to have 7 guys you can count on, and then, if they're in that 7, great. But if you can make that 8, 9, 10, then so be it. Things are great. So, but yeah, I'm really a big fan of Henry's. I think he's, a guy that's going to have a really bright future.
Hey, Coach, back to the quarterbacks. You added Luke Longbow in that postgraduate camp. How valuable a pickup has that been, just now that you have a 4th kind of quality guy to run scouts and do things for you in camp?
Yeah, we finished practice today, and we went for about 20 minutes. I think it was like 22 plays with, with that 3rd group, and let him take all the reps. And so he's smart, he's athletic. We just want to accumulate as many good players as possible and develop as many good players as possible. So whatever his role is, it'll be. But he's an athletic kid who likes football. Practices hard, plays hard. So it makes our team better.
Did you know about him before that camp, or did you find out about him just because of camp?
Some of the assistant coaches knew about him. How exactly it happened, though, I can't say that. Our personnel staff does such a good job. So when he got there, they all knew who he was, and we were excited that he decided to come join us.
Talked about how competitive it could be to get on special teams with this group. Do you like how top line guys or guys who were starters, how much they want to be a part of that?
Yeah, good teams, their starters play special teams. On good teams, your starters play special teams. But at the same time, you have core guys that play on all 4, and that's their life, right? And so it's not like a consolation prize. It's big, right? You're representing the Huskers, So I think our attention to detail on special teams, I think the amount of reps we get, I think the way Ed, just to have a special teams coach, that's all he does, that signifies for us our commitment to it. But I expect all of our players to contribute on special teams in some way. But I'm always looking for those guys like, hey, they're going to come in here, scholarship or walk on, it doesn't matter to me. They're going to be a key member of those teams. And for the type of team we're going to be, like, we're going to have to win the turnover margin, right? We're going to have to win the penalty battle. We're going to have to win the special teams. We're going to have to do everything right, to have a chance to win games. And so I want guys when they play special teams to know, hey, I'm affecting winning. Like how I play affects whether we win or lose. I think we're making that progress. But there's some guys that have played a lot, and there should be a lot of competition right now. Like, you guys can kind of tell. Like, I don't want to talk too much about the guys not practicing because there's a lot of guys who are practicing, and I love the guys who aren't. There's guys out there like busting their tails right now, and so they're the guys who are going to play on special teams, right? Like they might not be a starter, but I'm watching some of these young kids, this Eric Fields kid, and I'm like, man, how is he not on 4 special teams for us? If he isn't, it's because some of those older players, they're fighting for it. Ashton Houseman, I'm like, how is he not on? So we have a lot of guys that I think could be elite special teams demons for us. I think Phelan is just here. Those kind of guys, they're invaluable.
You'll practice at night and the afternoon later this week. What was the thought on having like an evening quiz or something that you guys wanted to do?
Is it really hard to hear in here today, or is it just me? and I don't think this even works. This is for show. So I'm like yelling at it, so don't make fun of me. My thought process with 3 days in a row, like when I move it to the night, I get like 8 more hours of recovery, right? So even in season, you'll see we go Tuesday morning and then we go Wednesday evening. So that extra 8 to 10 hours of recovery might be the difference between a tweak and no tweak. So we do that for recovery. But also, I like to change the schedule. Like we're taking the guys to the women have their first soccer match today. So we're taking them into the soccer game tonight, right? I want them to like wake up every day and not know exactly during training camp what the schedule is. Like we like being comfortable, we like rigid schedules, but the game's not rigid. So I like to change things up on them. So tomorrow they're like, what do we have? Oh, we have offense, lift, defense, meet, and then they just have to learn to adjust, right? So, but I also think we need to get under the lights. We need to catch balls in the lights. So it's being under the lights. It's a little more recovery, and it's just something to change up we're kind of in that week right now where everyone's like, when's camp over? So just something to kind of change it a little bit.
Entire team goes to the soccer match.
Yeah, maybe guys that are in treatment or something won't, but the entire team will go there, yeah. But our women's soccer team is like, like we have that Olympic day that we did, and they're all out there supporting us. They're doing it with us. You see them in the halls all the time. So, I was walking one day and I asked them when their first game was because they're in preseason too, right? And so they told me it was tonight. So I thought my daughters would be here. I was excited to take them. They're not here yet, so we're going to take the team. And like we had Coach Cook come talk to the team, right? Like we just want to be around winning, and we want to go watch the girls win tonight. So hopefully they play a great game.
You launched episode 1 of that show last night, and how much goes into putting that together? And was that your idea? Somebody else bring the idea to you to do a show like that?
Yeah, CJ Campbell kind of heads up that area for us. Jordan Litton put that episode together. I think a couple different guys are doing it. Jay Litt, when I first got here, we didn't really have a creative staff for football. Jay Litt's a student here in Nebraska. He's unbelievable. Like, I've never been around somebody like that. And I trust him implicitly. Like, if you guys know me, I'm like, hey, I want to know what the show's about. I want to know this. Jay Litt, I said, do your thing, bro. Like, he knows what we're trying to get done. Mike Wallace kind of is like so Mike Wallace and CJ and Jay Litt, they came up with the idea. They executed it. They ran with it. And I thought it was great. I thought it was fun. And, this next episode, I'm sure they'll even have more behind-the-scenes stuff. So we have to, balance making sure the kids feel comfortable, our men feel comfortable, like, hey, we're not giving away, making them look bad. But there's a lot of good things happening. I want our fans to be a part of it. So I thought the show was cool.
Being in the second week camp, how do you keep the energy up, sustain that, through this next week?
Yeah, I showed the team the calendar last night, like 8:31. We play 8:31. There's 15 practices. Today was one of 15 practices before, like 15. That's it. So, it's been a long time since Nebraska started off 2-0, 3-0, 4-0 on a hot, So you got to do things that are uncomfortable to just get something you haven't gotten before. And I'm not saying we're starting off hot. I'm not saying anything other than just if you want those things, you have to do things you haven't done. So we're getting to the point, though, where we have some guys that regulate the temperature of the team. I've got Isaac Gifford now, okay, locked in. I've got Ty Robinson. When I say that as the head coach. I don't have to do it anymore because they're doing it. I've got Tommy Hill. I've got Newsom. So we have a bunch of guys that are kind of like, we go to team compete to start practice. They want to compete. On offense, I got Jeff Sims. So the players are taking it and running with it. What I need right now is the ones are here, the twos are here, and the threes are here, and I need these guys to catch up. And I understand that for some of these guys, it's the hardest thing they've ever done. But, if you want to be a one someday, you got to do it.
When do they do the single-digit running?
We do it like a series of several. So the first one will probably end up being today. We'll probably do it today, depending on if we have time with the soccer. It might end up being tomorrow, but and we'll try to do it in 2 and 3 person segments. So see what happens.
Roll them out separately, or will you wait?
No, we'll roll them out when they come. Yeah, like if we vote tonight and they announce to, then I'll announce it to the team, and then we'll let everybody know.
Anything else?
All right, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Hey, one question.
How's practice going so far the first week?
Practice been going good. Everybody getting out there competing. We're making each other better by competing with each other, getting each other ready for the season.
Coach Rhule, Coach Ryan, Coach Rhule, we've been talking about your position flexibility. So have you been working mainly as an outside corner, slot, safety? What's been the one that you've been practicing at the most?
I've been all over corner and safety, but this week I've been mostly at safety. Last week I was doing both. Right now I'm like focusing like the playbook at safety right now to get myself ready.
How do you like that position? Why do you like the safety?
I like the safety role. It like give me more responsibilities. I gotta know like everybody responsibility on the play, and I can help them like if they need help. Tell them what's going on, and so I can know like where the area is. Like if we have a bad play, I know like what happened.
Any particular receivers give you a tough matchup in practice so far?
I feel like everybody they making me better every day. We getting out there competing. Ain't nobody taking it light. They've been helping me get better.
How does this ball camp compare to your first one last year?
This one like more game like situations, and I like that for me and my teammates because like when the game comes, we gonna know like the situations and what to do in the situations, not just panic and freeze when it comes.
Talking overall in the secondary room, just kind of what's the difference in Baxter's mentality right now?
EDMF saying that the volleyball coach came like we go out there every day and we give it all we got 100% to get each other better. We push each other. And yeah, I feel like they're bringing a lot out of us, pushing us every day. That drive they give us as soon as we get out there, warming up. Their mentality brings a lot of us, like the Lions. I feel like they're doing a good job bringing that out of us.
How much more comfortable are you now with Tony White's system?
I'm very comfortable because like their scheme, like I feel like it fits me and it makes me comfortable to play. Like not being worried about what the offense is going to run. I know that whatever they teach me is going to help me in the game and it's going to prepare me for what the other side is doing.
Are you working as corner then, or safety?
I'm working at both.
Both?
Yeah.
What so who besides Quentin and you, who else kind of rotates in as corners?
We have Timmy, Dwight, them two right there, and we have Ethan Nation, freshman that just came. We have all that rotation going on. To mine.
Those early enrollee guys like Dwight and Sincere, how far along are they?
They came along a long way. As soon as they came, we took them under, showing them the path and the way how it's supposed to be done, helping them in the playbook on the field and off the field.
What kind of standard is Coach Rhule trying to present you guys?
Oh, he holding us to a high standard because he believes that each one of us can make it. So he gonna push us each and every day like we can, and don't let none of us settle for less.
Malcolm, what's it like for you? Last year you obviously focused on the corner. So, coach, defensive coaches have said that they feel comfortable with you playing safety and corner. What kind of an adjustment is that?
I feel like when they first told me, I was like ready for the challenge, and now that I did, I like playing safety and corner, knowing like every position on the field and what's going on. So I feel like that made me a better versatile player all over.
Are you more natural, more comfortable at one of those spots?
I feel like both of them like the same to me because I feel it's like really the same technique and their scheme, like that technique they got for us, it made me more comfortable knowing like I ain't got to worry about what the offense is doing.
Yeah. How do you feel in general, like these first 7 or 8 practices have gone for the secondary?
I feel like it's going good. We've been competing every day, making each other better. The offense has been making us better with their routes. I feel like we've been heading in the right path right now.
Are you guys bonding as a group in the dorms? And
Yeah.
everything, all the team activities that make up camp?
Yeah, I feel like the dorm helping us bond more, getting us closer with each other, having conversations like brothers, being in the room with each other. I feel like that brings out a lot in us and it's going to help us. I'm with Tyhan, a receiver. Yeah, me and him get along well, and we starting to know each other. I feel like that's good for us.
I'll tell you some intricacies, secrets of 8-man football, or you know about that when you came in here?
Yeah, I did. It was some people that they was here. They play 8-man football, and they told me about it. And I had a team like back home that was 8-man, but I didn't go there. But so I know a little bit about 8-man.
Coach Rhule said Tommy Hill has kind of stepped up over the
Yeah.
years. Have you seen that from him?
Yeah, I seen Tommy come up. He been balling out this fall camp, and I feel like he got a lot in store that he's going to show everybody. I feel like he broke out of his shell and he's been balling. Yeah.
What have you seen that kind of changed from last season up till now?
Trusting in the coaches, like the trust that we have in them, has brought us a long way, and believing in them and them saying what they're going to do and them doing it, and it's helping us become like a better secondary.
What excites you about starting the season against a conference team? What does that do for you think the mentality of going through preseason camp?
I feel like that's good for us because we know like what we had to do like in the first game. We're going to take it one game at a time, and we're going to be 1-0 every week. We're going to try to go 1-0 every week, and I feel like this a big accomplishment for us, like to go out there and show everybody what we can do.
I feel like you guys are going to be throwing new stuff at them. Normally you play a conference team, they've got a real expectation and understanding of what you're going to do based on previous years and watching tape. Is there something that's to your benefit, that everything's new here with the schemes? And,
Yeah. I feel like Tony White's scheme and defense, I think that's going to shock everybody how we play, and we're going to go out there and we're going to show them how we run this scheme, and it's going to help us and benefit us in the long run.
So Malcolm, during the spring, how many different positions do you actually play?
I just played 2, safety and corner. I played both of them.
What do you think about being tried out at safety?
I like playing safety, seeing the whole field, holding the slots more. They have the X's out at corner and the slots have more footwork that I can say, and I feel like they're helping me get better.
What do you personally want to work on this offseason to get better? What was kind of the top priority?
Working on like press man, off man. Working on off man, that was like one of my major ones, and I feel like the coaches, they helped me get better at my off man, and I liked it. And this press man and working in the slot.
What's working with Coach Cooper like?
It's fun. I mean, he brings out the energy in us, and he tells us like what we need to know and how we're going to get better and how we're going to contribute to the team. I feel like he brings out the energy in us and keep pushing us every day.
Can you get fiery at times, or is he more of a laid-back coach?
He laid back, but like he'll tell you like if you're wrong, like if you go out there and you're not giving your all, he'll tell you till you pick it up. And that's like one of the major things that I like about him, that he's going to keep it real with you. You good?
Thanks.
Sure.
Coach Raiola over here.
Coach.
How you doing? Good. How's it going?
Any questions, guys?
Donovan Rory just banged up a little bit.
Yes. Yep. He's working hard to get back.
How do you feel about the 5 to 7 that you're putting out there right now?
They're all improving. We're just focusing on this process we're going through. And just working hard to earn the right to play, in the game. So.
How do you feel like your linemen react when you guys go like 22 personnel. Like, you know, you saw a drill with that today. Obviously, that's a pretty physical style of football. How does that sit, and how do your linemen react to, you know, those kind of situations?
They're learning to figure it out, right? You put that kind of personnel on the field, right? It's a mentality, right? So they're improving at it, right? They're learning how to, right? When you hear it, like, hey, let's go. So.
How's that? Who's working behind Vince Scott? How's that overall center picture look?
We got a couple guys working there. You know, Justin Evans Jenkins. He's doing a great job for us. You know, he's a developing player and he's improving a lot. You know, we got other guys back there too. You know, we can move guys in there too. So. But that's the main guy right now. So.
Matt Rhule mentioned Sam Sledger's a young guy who has impressed him early on. What have you seen at him just jumping into the mix?
You know, all those young guys are working really hard to understand the standard that we work at, right? And as a young guy, you know, you learn a lot of offense, right? So at times, you know, you're thinking too much and trying to figure things out, but you can see flashes from them, all of them, really. And, you know, they're just getting better and better each day.
Hey, Rhule has mentioned the importance of year 2 with this group of guys. Why is it important? Why is year 2? Why can that be important?
I know I've spoken about this before. You know, offensive line play is such a process, right? A process of understanding the technique, and the way we block is a lot different than most people, right? And so they're just working. They worked hard all last year, all off season, and now they're getting more comfortable. And once you believe, it's fun to watch.
How do you approach towing the line between going hard after somebody in practice and maybe coming on a little lighter? Just, you know, when to show fire and when to not show fire.
You know, but that's the standard, right? Finishing, right? You're not going after people. That's just how you block, right? Either you do it or you don't. There's only one standard, and if you don't do it in practice, right, when it's in a critical situation in the game, you won't get it. So we're smart with our teammates. We make sure we take care of our teammates because they are our teammates, and but we just be smart.
With Teddy, how have you seen him deal with? I mean, it's got to be frustrating because I know he's so eager to get back out there, and now he had a little setback again. How have you seen him handle, and then what's kind of your input to him as a coach?
Just he's working hard at it. You know, he's working hard to get back. He's a great teammate. He's locked in, and you know, it's just one of those things, like a little bump in the road. You know.
How's Henry Latovsky coming along? I know he got some experience last year, and how has that maybe helped him going into this game?
You know, he's getting a lot of reps right now, and he's doing a great job. You know, he's growing, you know, and as a young player, it's such a process, right? This is year 3 for him, so he's grown a lot from year 1, year 2, now year 3.
We've heard a lot about the offensive line and the defensive line as well, trying to get exposed to this team. How have you and your staff tried to contribute?
Just understanding the standard, you know, as an offensive lineman, as a defensive lineman, right? You take care of the line of scrimmage. A lot of games are won. You know, people talk about that all the time, but just understand the standard, right? When you step on the field, our job is to help the whole team improve, right? When we do our jobs, now the 21 other guys get to improve.
Anything else from Coach? All good.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Good, you? Hey.
How's that bed treating you? I saw the video last night.
It's not very comfortable. It's nothing compares to my king bed that I have. I don't miss it at all. I don't miss living in the dorms whatsoever.
You need to negotiate a air mattress next year.
I was thinking about bringing my air mattress, but there's not enough room in there in Selick. It's going good. I mean, improving every day. That's the goal. You know, win the rep at practice and then improve every day. Especially as the O-line, we're making strides together and communicating and getting better every day.
What do you want out of this game? What would a successful camp look like on these things?
I would say being more consistent. Being more consistent on my play. That's all I would say.
Bryce, when Donovan gets on you guys at practice after a bad rep or something,
Yep.
just is it easy to take? Is it hard to take sometimes? Just go through that process of when a coach kind of likes it.
I mean, that's the coaching you want. You don't want light coaching that to give you a pat in the back and say, "Oh, good job," or "Hey, next time you can do better," like that. You want him on your butt, like you want him on you. So then, you know, the next rep, you're not. It's admit your mistake, and then never make it again. Learn from it and never make it again. So you're just gonna move on from there and take it.
Have you been strictly right tackle?
Yeah.
For you, how this opening the season in your home state against the Gophers, how much have you had this kind of circle on your mind, just getting a chance to go and play at home for your
For sure, it's exciting, but right now we're worried about camp, and then when we get there at 31st, we'll get there. But right now, it's just all on camp.
How do you see some of those other guys who maybe were backups in the past coming along to get the camp depth to this?
I mean, we have players that are going to be ready to play. If you're not starting, if you're a backup, we have guys that can step in and play right away. So, everyone's going to be ready. Doesn't matter. Everyone's going to be ready. If it's your name going to get called up, they're going to be ready to play.
Here's a guy who has worked next to you before, and has some game experience from last year. What have you seen from him and how he's grown, in his time in the program?
Like him and whoever I play next to, or whoever's new on the line or rotating in or whatever, everyone's making strides. They're getting better. We're learning the offense together. We're making the strides together.
Hey, Bryce, we saw a segment of practice at the beginning when you guys were in two tight end, two backs. Not something we've seen from Nebraska probably your entire time here. What kind of a mentality do you think that sends to the team when you guys are pretty clear about being a power offense in certain spots like that?
Coming off the ball, we're going to be physical. We're just going to be straight up physical off the ball.
How important is that to sending a message about what kind of team it's going to be?
It doesn't matter what they think. It's just our mentality of us coming off the ball. It's what we think of it, not what they think of it.
Coach said that he wants this offensive line and the defensive line to get to a place where you guys kind of set the tone in the locker room. Where are you guys at in that progression of becoming the dominant personalities, I guess, within the team structure?
Everyone's close. We're all close as a team. We're very tight knit. It's a very tight team. It's more tight than the past, I would say. The trenches, we set the tone for practice. We set the tone. It's all off of us. So if we're down, then everyone else is going to be down. But if we're up, everyone else is going to be up, and everyone's going to be ready to play.
You said that this is the tightest team here that you've been a part of. What do you attribute that to?
We're all sitting. No one's taking the go boxes anymore. Like we're not allowed to. We're sitting down, eating lunch, breakfast, and dinner together. We're all intertwining together. Even in Selleck, my roommate's Mackay, and he's a linebacker. And I wasn't thinking I was gonna be rooming with a linebacker. It's something good to have. In Selleck, we're even all hanging out in the common areas together.
How does that help? When you're closer, how do you benefit from that, whether that's tangible or not?
Knowing that he has my back, that's what. I know Mackay will have my back. I know the defense will have my back. If the offense for some reason doesn't do what we need to do, I know the defense is going to sprint out there, stop the ball, get the ball, and run right back. And I know we're going to be back out there.
And you mentioned the line bringing the whole team up. How have you guys brought each other up? practice or a camp, like if there's a particularly good block, how does that help you guys build camaraderie and keep building toward?
I mean, we have a good block. Like, we're talking about it, and then we adjust if we need to make any adjustments. And we say good job, fist bump each other, get back in the huddle next play.
Bryce, how have you personally improved your game from last year to now? You have a new coaching staff. I know your position coach staying, but just maybe some of the messages that have been sent to you, but also having the experience you got playing last year.
I would say, I mean, like I said before, I'm just working on being more consistent in my game. That's what it comes down to for me, and that's all I plan on right now.
How do you become more consistent?
Just getting the playbook, learning the more of the plays, knowing the ins and outs.
Anything else for Bryce? Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
We can rock and roll now if you want. Do it. How's camp gone so far for you?
Pretty good. We're kind of just taking it day by day. We know we have to show up every day, not take any days off, so it's taking it one step at a time.
If you explain this rover position that you guys have in your defense, what exactly like its main responsibility is and the benefit of having a position like that?
Yeah, so it's similar to last year we had like a nickel spot. This is more of a DB. Last year we kind of used it as a linebacker DB hybrid. Now it's more of a DB. We can do a lot of rotations with it. We can move out of covers 1, 2, 3, 4 and make it look all the same or make everything look different than what it is. So it just gives us a lot of freedom in the back end to change how we look and how we play things. Yeah, I think all the safeties can play rover, all the rovers can play safety.
How does your skill set translate into a 3-3-5 defense?
I think it translates really well. You have a lot of freedom, a lot of space to just go make plays. The way we have it set up, there's free players a lot of the times where you can just run and be a playmaker.
Overall, how do you feel like the defense has performed? You guys are 7, 8 practices in so far, and I'm sure that you kind of get maybe some sort of rhythm or routine. Do you feel like you guys are playing in a way that you hope you would at this point?
I mean, we got a lot to work on. I mean, we're nowhere near where we're trying to be on 8/31, but yeah, we've seen some positive things, and I think by game day we'll be ready.
How much versatility you guys have in the back end? It seems like a lot of guys are playing corner and safety. How much do they move these guys around?
A ton, yeah. I think, especially the older guys, I think we can put them at any position: corner, boundary or field, safety, boundary or field, rover. I think, yeah, we have a handful of guys that can do all of them, and even the young guys now are able to switch between safety, rover, or safety and corner.
Tommy Hill, they talked about yesterday, just how he's kind of made a nice comeback after last year in the spring. What has he done to kind of reassert himself back in the upper groups?
Yeah, his maturity has grown a lot in this last year. He's been a really good leader now, especially for those young corners. He shows them the way. He works harder than just about anybody else. His attitude and his energy every single day helps the DB room a lot.
How hard is that in today's age to kind of bounce back when guys transfer, move on, to kind of do what he did, go to receiver, kind of have things go bad last year, and then just figure out a way to make it more efficient?
Yeah, he's just a ball player. So I think you could put him at any position on the field. He'd find a way to be pretty good at it. Yeah.
Getting ready to get out of those dorms, you still got
Yeah.
everything is being cut up to be.
Yeah, I mean, we're not there very often. We pretty much go there and go to sleep, wake up, and come back. So it's just a bed that's somewhere besides the stadium, pretty much.
8 hours through there. That's
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and it depends if you do recovery and stuff after we're done here. I mean, you might not get back right until curfew.
Did you get a chance to watch the
I didn't get to watch the full episode. I seen the little 3-minute clip, but that was it.
Do you notice like the cameras around or doing that? Did people film that?
Yeah, sometimes. But then when I see videos, sometimes I'll realize that there was a camera on me that I didn't know about.
Feeling sorry if I'm repeating, but veteran guy here, what's different? Did anything stand out different to you in this camp than other ones, or is that
I mean, we're bought in. I mean, we know what the standard is, and we're doing everything we can to live up to that standard every single day. We know when something isn't up to par, we own it. Each individual knows if they took a play off or if they didn't do their job, they say that's on me, that's my bad, and they fix it. Nobody's pointing fingers, but we're holding each other accountable and owning our own stuff.
how hot is that competition on the back end with guys right now?
We have a lot of dudes that can play DB, that's for sure, especially when you can move them around at all positions. So if you think you have a position locked down, you can take the third string at some other position and he can come play a new one. So I think it helps us out a lot. There's a lot of competition and a lot of depth.
Do you envision yourself as a starter?
I mean, I think everybody does. Everybody that's fighting for it, yeah, we're trying to get on the field. But I also want what's best for all of my other brothers that are on this team.
How many special? Oh, go ahead, Sean.
You guys working on kickoff coverage today, and it looked like a lot of that first group. It looked like a lot of starting guys. I mean, you get the sense that Coach Foley really wants to put his best guys out there, regardless of age, position.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna put guys on the field that know how to get the job done. Whether that's older, younger, it doesn't matter. Especially right now in special teams, I think the older guys are doing a good job of being leaders and showing the young guys how we approach things, how we do things. And then I think as we get further into camp, further into season, the young guys can step into those roles.
Are you on kickoff coverage?
Yeah.
What else? What other special teams?
All of them, yep. I'm on all 4, yep.
Personally, what are your goals? I mean, people who follow this program know you're one of the great athletes on this team. What do you want to do football-wise this year? Have you set some specific goals for yourself?
I want to win. Been here this will be my 5th year. I just want to win. I grew up a Nebraska fan. I'm tired of seeing it how it is. As Coach Rhule said, we're tired of being sick and tired. So I just want to win some games.
Do you sense you can pass that urgency down to other guys? Are they buying into guys who haven't been around as long as you?
Yeah, I think so. I think the young guys realize what us older guys have been through and what we're trying to change, and I think they're fully bought into helping us change that.
Where's your speed come from?
My dad was a track guy in high school. My mom runs distance, so I really don't know. I don't know.
What's the competitiveness kind of been like in the group? Because there's a couple different spots guys are fighting for. Have you seen them compete for that?
Yeah, it's super competitive, but it's more like we just want to be one of the best secondaries in the country, whoever's on the field. So there's no animosity between the guys. We'll hold each other accountable if one of us messes up. If one of us is having a bad day, we're going to pick that guy up. But yeah, we all know that this is competitive and the right guy is going to get the job.
How different is just this setup for camp compared to a year ago? You guys were doing the 3-on, 1-off all through August, 6 days in a row, living in the dorms. And when you compare maybe what you guys are going through this August, how different is it?
It's really different. I mean, you get to be around these guys a lot more. You don't finish the day and then you just go home to your 2-3 same roommates every day. You go to the dorms, you see guys you've never talked to. They made us roommates with guys that we don't know, which I think is really cool. I've got to sit down with a lot of the freshmen, a lot of guys that I haven't talked to before, got their perspective on things, on the team, how they feel about things, and I think it's really good for the team.
Who's your roommate?
Ishmael Smith Flores.
How big a deal is that part of just being off your phone? Like Rhule said, you don't want guys on their phone certain times.
Yeah, I think my screen time has been below 45 minutes since we've been in the dorms, which I like because I don't like technology anyway. So yeah, I like sitting down with the guys, and it makes the days just go a lot easier. I mean, we're doing something that's pretty hard. When you can sit down with some of your friends and joke and laugh, it makes the day go a lot easier.
Why don't you like technology?
I'm just not very good at it. I'm not good at it. I'm a small town kid that doesn't really know about that stuff.
How do you think building on this early into camp? How do you think that's going to help come later August and September when the games really start going?
I think if we have a guy go down, someone gets injured, freshman has to step up, that he's not going to be scared. I know if you don't have that chemistry and you got to play with a guy that you've never talked to, you don't know anything about him, you don't know his personality, you don't know how he's going to play. But I think now if we have old guy goes down, I think a freshman can step in. All of us old guys have chemistry with that new guy. We can talk to him, we know him, and we trust him.
What jumps out about Matt Rhule's leadership style, how he runs the camp, how he talks to the team? You've been around him enough now to get a feel for him. What jumps out about his style?
He's a really good speaker. Yeah, he can make about any of us run through a brick wall for sure. He's approachable, and everything he does, he's pretty factual about. I like when he talks, he brings stats into it. He always brings numbers to show whys and hows. Thank you.
Thank you.